It's the night of April 3rd, 2026, day 37 of the Iran War. An F-15E Strike Eagle, callsign Dude 44, is hit by Iranian fire over the Zagros Mountains. 2 American airmen eject into hostile territory. Within 48 hours, the United States will fly 155 aircraft into Iranian airspace to bring them home. 4 bombers, 64 fighters, 48 refueling tankers, for 2 men. The weapon Iran used has never been publicly identified. 3 things you have not heard about this rescue. The pilot was rescued in 7 hours. The weapons systems officer was alone for 48, hiding in a mountain crevice, refusing to use his emergency beacon because Iranian forces could trace it. While the WSO was on the ground, the Central Intelligence Agency ran a disinformation campaign inside Iran claiming he had already been rescued. The goal was to make Iranian forces stop searching. And the rescue itself cost the United States 4 military aircraft destroyed, 2 more damaged. None of the airmen died. The aircraft losses have been confirmed by U.S. Central Command. To understand how this happened, you need to understand 3 things: the aircraft, the terrain, and what Iran said happened. The F-15E Strike Eagle is the United States Air Force's premier dual-role strike fighter. It carries a pilot in the front seat and a weapons systems officer in the back. The aircraft that went down, callsign Dude 44, belonged to the 494th Fighter Squadron, normally based at RAF Lakenheath in the United Kingdom. The squadron had deployed to the Middle East in January 2026. The terrain is the Zagros Mountains in southwestern Iran. The aircraft came down in the Kogiluya and Boyar Ahmad province. Sharp ridgelines, limited road access, cold nights, even in April, with temperatures falling well below freezing, and Iran's claim. Khatam al-Anbiya, the Joint Military Command, said its forces used a new air defense system to bring down the F-15. The War Zone Defense outlet has reported the weapon may have been a shoulder-fired missile. The exact system has not been publicly identified. On April 3rd, the F-15E was struck by Iranian fire over the Kogiluya and Boyar Ahmad province. The aircraft went down, both crew members ejected. The pilot, Dude 44 Alpha, landed in one location. The WSO, Dude 44 Bravo, landed in another, separated by terrain. The pilot's emergency beacon activated within minutes. The WSO's did not. U.S. Central Command launched an immediate combat search and rescue operation. HH-60 Pavehawk and HH-60W Jolly Green II helicopters entered Iranian airspace. They were refueled in flight by MC-130 Combat King II aircraft. They were escorted by A-10C Thunderbolt jets. The pilot was located, extracted, and brought to U.S.-controlled territory in approximately 7 hours. The WSO was still missing. According to Time magazine and the Department of War, the WSO had landed separated by terrain. He had sustained significant injuries during ejection. President Trump later described him as, quote, a highly respected colonel. He did not transmit. He climbed. He hiked a 7,000-foot ridgeline along the Zagros foothills. He found a mountain crevice. He hid. He restricted his beacon usage to brief, intermittent windows of less than 3 seconds at a time. The Zagros at night in early April drops well below freezing. He had no shelter. He carried ration bars, a personal radio, and a sidearm. He moved only at night. According to intelligence assessments later disclosed by U.S. officials, Iranian search forces came within 2 kilometers of his position on 2 separate occasions. For 48 hours, the United States did not know if he was alive. While the WSO was on the ridge, the CIA was on the radio. A Central Intelligence Agency disinformation operation, confirmed in subsequent Wikipedia and Al Jazeera reporting, spread false reports inside Iran that the second airman had already been rescued. The objective was to stop the Iranian search before it could close in on his actual position. It worked. Iranian search assets pulled back from the area where the WSO was actually hiding. And then on April 5th, Easter Sunday, the United States went in. President Trump confirmed the scale at his White House press briefing the following day, April 6th, alongside CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Dan Kane. Trump's words at the briefing were simple: "We leave no American behind."
We leave no American behind. We don't do it.
155 aircraft, 4 bombers, 64 fighters, 48 aerial refueling tankers, 13 rescue aircraft, plus 3 MH-6 Little Bird helicopters transported inside MC-130J commando aircraft and reassembled by operators on the ground after offloading. The aircraft launched from multiple bases across the Middle East and from U.S. Navy carriers in the Persian Gulf. The convergence was coordinated through U.S. Central Command's Combined Air Operations Center. The window for the rescue was tight. Multiple aircraft refueled mid-flight to extend their reach into Iranian airspace, the largest combat search and rescue operation in modern American military history. The rescue succeeded. No American servicemen were killed. But the United States lost 6 aircraft on the operation. 2 UH-60 Blackhawks were hit by Iranian fire and damaged. 2 MC-130J Hercules transport aircraft became stuck on landing inside Iran and were intentionally destroyed by U.S. forces to prevent capture. 4 MH-6 or AH-6 Special Operations helicopters from the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment were destroyed. The 160th is known internally as the Night Stalkers. They specialize in inserting and extracting special operations forces in denied airspace. Their motto is, quote, "Night Stalkers don't quit." The 4 MH-6 Little Birds destroyed during this rescue represent a significant percentage of the unit's forward deployed inventory. The replacement timeline has not been publicly disclosed. An unnamed U.S. military official described the operation as, quote, "one of the most challenging and complex missions in the history of U.S. Special Operations." What this operation revealed has not been publicly addressed by the Department of War. Iran shot down a 4th-generation American fighter jet in defended airspace with a system the U.S. has not yet publicly identified. If Iran has fielded a new air defense capability, the implications for the rest of the Iran war are significant. Every American aircraft flying over Iranian territory after April 3rd was operating against a threat the Department of War has not openly described. 2 airmen alive. One spent 48 hours alone in a Zagros crevice, ration bars in his pocket, freezing temperatures overhead, Iranian patrols within 2 kilometers. The Iranian weapon that put him there is still classified. The Department of War has said nothing about it. The Iran war has now passed 2 months. The United States has not publicly confirmed flying another F-15 mission over Iranian airspace since April 3rd, and the next F-15 over Iran will not have 155 aircraft waiting to come get it.